Good morning, everybody. This is Kelly, also known on Twitter as Kellyann1977. You can see my lazy dog. So I got a tip probably about a week ago um, that because I record on my cell phone, so I didn't know I needed to turn my cell phone so it would go to landscape recording. So I do watch all my recordings, my live streams, just to make sure they're okay after they're posted. And I watch on my cell phone, so it does not show the black lines. So I did not know I had to tip my cell phone and it would lock it that way so that people on computer wouldn't see all the black lines. So thank you for that tip. That was very helpful. Um, so it is 9:12 right now. My husband's at school. Um, for the life of me, I was very exhausted yesterday after doing some schoolwork. So I lay down. I lay down about 3:30. When my husband was at school, I washed dishes, I swept the floor, I did schoolwork, and then I cooked dinner. I made sure dinner was cooked for my husband when he got home for 3 o'clock. I made chicken fajitas with red pepper, yellow pepper, and red onion. And I made some Alfredo noodles on the side. So that's what we ended up having for dinner. He doesn't eat before he goes to school. He can't eat first thing in the morning, so I wanted to make sure it was ready for when he came home. And I was just like 3:30. It was about 3:30. I was exhausted. So basically, I listened to how his second class went because he came home for lunch but didn't eat. He didn't have enough time to eat, and I laid down. So he woke me up at 6 o'clock playing Madden Football 19. Crazy nut. Crazy nut. And then I did 3 more hours of schoolwork, reading the introduction chapter, and I answered a couple questions on Moodle for a discussion for the week. Um, and then I was tired, but I couldn't fall back to sleep. And for people who don't know, I do have a form of IBS, and it was just acting up yesterday, and my whole stomach was expanded. It looked like I was 6 months pregnant, hard as a rock. I was getting cramps, and that little bubbles like in your stomach as if you're gonna have to keep going to the bathroom. So I experienced that all night. I try to lay down at 3 o'clock in the morning, and my husband sometimes talks in his sleep. So he's talking in his sleep, he's tossing and turning, he's taking the blanket off of me. Then the dog tries to jump off the bed and go to the trash can. We've already had some experiences with that, so I had to get up and tell her to go to bed, and she was very mad at me. She snorted at me a couple of times and laid with my husband. Would not come near me. She was not happy. She could smell the raw chicken packaging, so she wanted to get into the trash. And then I didn't sleep very well. His alarm went off about 6:30. I was up with him at 7:30. I've been up ever since. So not did not sleep good at all. I gotta get through the rest of this chapter, which is basically only 4 pages and then 4 pages of review from each section. So hopefully tonight I can sleep better. I took my medicine, so I'm starting to feel a little bit better with my stomach. Unfortunately, if I'm having an episode, you have to take it in the morning, not late at night. So I was in a lot of pain. And then my mother decides she's going to start texting me at 1:45 in the morning because it's her birthday today. So for some reason, she needed to keep texting me. I have no clue. So with that being said, not too much more going on. Just really fatigued right now already. I did, for those of you who don't know, I did start my week a week early. And I'm really glad I did. It took me 4 days of 6-hour shifts to do all of my work in reading in my microbiology class. So yeah. And this would be my second day of trying to do earth science. So it's going to be a very long semester, I think. But 2 more classes after this. Then I get about 5 months off because I have to do financial aid, and try to see if I qualify for any book money. And unfortunately, I need taxes, I need all my husband's information. So, gotta make sure I have all that. Um, so really not much more going on, other than my mother's drama. She thinks she's being harassed by people that live at her complex, and um, I don't know, something about the IRS or disability or, something of that nature. So, I don't know. Other than that, pretty mellow. Yeah, I've been, since me and my mom started talking again, last year we didn't talk for about 4 months. And, about a year later, strong good year, about 10 days before my birthday, we got into another disagreement. And she just doesn't like to see reason. She doesn't like to be told when she's wrong. And she didn't like examples I was trying to utilize to show her how would you like it if I did what you did to me. Then she got very offended and talked about, oh, just because you're in college doesn't mean you're smarter than me, and stop trying to mother me. Well, I raised 5 kids. I know how to mother. So when we fought a year ago, I was not very nice. So I tried to use my wits, hoping that would help. And it really didn't. So I just stopped talking for a few months. So basically, we're just doing text messaging. If I am up to talking on the phone, then I will. But my mother is not the easiest person. She'll ask you, like, oh, how's school going? And you say, like, a sentence, and she cuts her off. And the whole time she's talking about herself. And unfortunately, she's always kind of been like that, but people didn't really mind. So now that she's older, in her 60s, she doesn't understand what she's doing wrong. There's a time that you have to take a stand back and communicate with people and allow them to have a conversation. I don't want to sit with you for 2 hours and you never let me say anything. So she still has to learn to listen also. But at least with text messaging, I can respond to her without being cut off. So communication is communication. So I'm happy with that. Um, so I'm going to make my husband some steak. I have it. Well, I took it out last night, so it's defrosted. But this is a steak. It's 2 pieces in here, and this is 10 ounces. And that's what it says, ranch steak. So I do not really eat steak. I try to stay away from it. If I eat steak, it's usually cubed steak, and I marinate it for a couple of days, and I can't eat anything chewy or fatty. I've always had a hard time with that. Like seafood, shrimp smells really bad. And like clams, oysters smell really bad to me. But I can't eat seafood because it's slimy when I bite into it, and it's gooey and chewy. And it just makes me want to get sick. So I can't eat anything that's chewy or fatty or nothing like that. So I'm going to be marinating that in butter. I melt a little butter and I'll add a little sea salt to it, and I'll marinate it for about 4 hours in the fridge, and then I'll cook it for him. And it comes out really good. He seems to like it. So after I marinate it and I cook it on top of the stove, I braise it, so about 1 to 2 minutes on each side, and then I add the seasoning, whatever he wants to it. And then it helps the seasoning take into the flesh, so it tastes better, or at least he says it does. So I'll be doing that for him, and I'm not sure what I'll have. Probably some soup, maybe some sandwiches or something, because my stomach's just, it's been upset for a couple days now. And unfortunately, we made all this macaroni for my mom's party, and then we didn't have the party because of snow. We had 1 foot of snow, so we didn't have it. So I was stuck with 1 pound of macaroni. So we ate it. And it took 2 days. So I think just all that sauce really bothered my stomach. Yeah. Yep, so other than that, I gotta knock out the dishes from yesterday. Usually do them on the morning. So my husband goes to school because he is on site and I do homeschooling, online college. He usually leaves 4 times a week, and on 2 days he has to come home and then go back. So we have an agreement that when he's in school, he still does laundry because we're on the second floor, and we no longer have a washer and dryer here. He takes the dog for the walks because he can't go up and down the stairs with her, and he does the trash and recycling, just throws it out. And then what I do is I sweep, I vacuum the floor, I mop the floor. It's all hardwood, no rug anywhere. I take care of the bathroom, the shower. He usually washes the dishes, but, you know, I washed them yesterday morning and then I cooked, so we have those dishes. So they're soaking right now. I usually soak them for an hour and then wash them. So I'll wash them all out and then we'll have more dirty dishes. So if he wants to knock them out, you know, then he can do that. If not, then I'll probably do them tomorrow, or I may just soak them and leave them for him tomorrow. I usually do the cooking. Being a chef, I do have a certificate. I was a manager at 3 different places, so I do have the experience with cooking. He does all the baking now. I do the cooking. Sometimes he'll make himself breakfast, or if he wants seafood, sometimes I tell him to cook it himself. But I've been learning how to cook different types of seafood where you don't have to taste it to know. You can look and touch it to find out if it's cooked all the way. But sometimes I will be like, well, try it to make sure. So I'm still learning how to do seafood for him. But other than that, I'll give a little list for him to pick up some things on the way home. This way, when he's not having to go out, he can just stay home doing schoolwork. And then once every 3 to 4 months, we do a major shopping where we're going like 6 hours for the day, and we're going to 4 to 6 different places and just really stocking up on stuff. So we're at that point that we're just waiting to get paid again, and then we'll go ahead and do it. So, becomes a big day. But we end up going everywhere. We go to the Dollar Tree, we go to Shores, Walmart, Superstore, 2 different Dollar Trees, Family Dollar. I don't know if I said that, Family Dollar. And we just Waits Market, Price Chopper, and just see what's on sale. Dollar General. So it becomes a long day. But then we don't have to worry about stuff for like months, like razors and toilet paper and paper towel, cleaning products. We pick it all up. So it's better that way, I think, just to do it like a bulk shopping. And then you just get your odds and ends, salad, fruits, milks, things of that nature, butter. So I hope everybody has a great day. Any concerns, comments, questions, you can always leave them down below. I'm waiting for the Resident Evil 2 to come out Friday. So I'm hoping to try to have my work done so I can maybe enjoy the game Saturday And then Sunday, go back into the second week, which isn't activated until Tuesday. I just really try to get a head jump if I can, at least 2 days. And because I never know when I'm going to get sick. So for those of you who don't know, I have dehydrating and bone disease, and my IBS acts up a lot, and I have insomnia. So sleeping, if I don't sleep, it's going to be very hard for me to concentrate. And I've noticed that when I do not feel good, I get a really bad grade on my work. So I try not to do that. But I had to, in 2 different classes, take some zeros because I just was in so much pain. I couldn't sit at my computer and do the work. So this is something that I deal with. So I really try to stay ahead of the game. So if that does happen, it gives me a little leeway of maybe I can take 2 or 3 days off if I need to. And there's been days that I have started to do schoolwork at 6 o'clock and didn't get finished until 4 in the morning. So I do that as well. Do what I gotta do. So thank you for watching. I appreciate it. You guys have a great day. Any games that you think I may be interested in, please let me know about them. I don't care if they're like on a different site, maybe $1 or $2, or if they're free, demos, anything. I'm always eager to put new gaming videos on my YouTube channel. And Red Rum 2, I will be putting another video up probably about before I go to bed. So if I go to bed at 11 o'clock, it'd be 11 o'clock. I think I've been putting them too close together back to back that I'm not giving my viewers enough time to look at them all. So I may just start doing it every 2 days instead of every day. And thank you for everybody who's been watching that. Some of the videos I have 30 views. Some of the videos I have 5. So I do appreciate all the support, guys. Thank you for watching, everybody. Have a great Wednesday.